So we've finished decontaminating the car and all the washing stages are completed. Now we're gonna have a walk around the entire vehicle and have a look at if it needs paint correction or not. So, obviously it's so glossy under these lights. It's very, very hard to tell. So I use my own sort of lighting to clock the swirls, to be fair. And look, as you can see, don't know if the camera will catch it up, but there you go. There is some sort of streaks that you can see on the paintwork. It's very, very light, extremely light actually. So I do plan on correcting them before ceramic coating the car. But again, I'll show the customer the vehicle. I'll show him exactly what I'm seeing and let him decide, let him be the ultimate decider as to whether he wants to spend that extra money and paint correct the vehicle, or does he want to just go straight to ceramic coating. It's totally down to him. Obviously, we recommend that we first paint correct the entire vehicle. Just so there's that smoothness, there's that level of, you know. So let's see. We're gonna ring him now and see what he says. So we've just started taping the vehicle before we start polishing. You can see my customer, he's here right now. He's enjoying an episode of UFC. He's watching Ankalaev versus Pereira. And he's actually enjoying himself. And that's one of the perks of coming to Motorfiction Detailing. You will have enough time to enjoy yourself, relax, have a cup of tea, whatever. Usually I don't let people come and watch me because that's very annoying, yeah? But some people are an exception. For example, this geezer, especially because he's paying me a lot, do you get me? Well, guys, I've taped the car. Well, I've just taped a little bit of it. We're taping it because we don't want the polisher damaging the car. We don't want the car damaging the polisher. Also because taping up the rubbers is very good because you don't want to get compound on there. And if you get compound on there, it's very, very difficult to get it out. So, and it's tough, and sometimes it ends up staying there and customers don't like it and I don't like it. So that's why we use tape around the entire vehicle, for the safety of the vehicle, for the safety of our equipment as well. So as years go on, right, your taping experience becomes amazing. Look at that. Once you put that down, you just pat it down. Boom, it's not gonna be perfect, but you get the gist. Just dab it on gently. That door, I'm just testing the panels right now to see what works and what doesn't, because it's really, really light wherever I'm working with. Whatever swirls or scratches are showing is really light. So, as always, I was right the first time. This works pretty well. I'm using a medium cut compound, but like I'd say usually I do between 6 to 7 passes. This took about 4 passes, so it's light. It's all light swirls. Just to ensure all of it comes out, I'm using a medium cut compound. And there is no need for heavy cutting.
And what's the purpose of all this polishing that you do?
So it reduces swirls. It depends what the customer wants to pay for. It reduces swirls and holograms and oxidation and all sorts of other things. And the customer, obviously, for you to ceramic coat a car, it's best you ceramic coat a car when my mind's gone blank. Shit. When the paint is fresh, without any defects on the paint. So what I'm doing, I'm removing all the defects off the paint and then putting the ceramic on. So it's fresh. It's like when you take a shower, if you take a shower. You know, when you're dirty, you go to the bathtub and you're gonna have a shower, you bath up and everything. Then you come out, you put cream on yourself, so you're fresh. It stays like that. So that's yeah, I would really recommend it because PPF enhances gloss, extreme hydrophobicity. What else? It's just so many, and because it enhances your paintwork, you want it to enhance the paint not the defects. You don't want to show the swirls on the car or whatever. You don't want to show any of that. So get the car polished first before you actually get the PPF coat. And that's what I think, in my opinion anyways. Let me show you why, yeah? So basically, watch this. Look at this. Can you see on this side, you can see the swirls. You can see it slightly on the paintwork. There's a bit of swirls. You know, they're dancing with you as you move the light. And when you move on this side, this is the side that I've polished. There are no swirls, no nothing here, no holograms, no scratches, anything. So it's just something that I do as, there you go. It's just something that I do as a 50-50, just to show you exactly what I'm doing and the results. So watch this. So I'm gonna go from this side to this side, ready? Look. You see that? There you go. That's what customers need to see. And because of that, the lights are back on, and we're able to, not really able to see it much. But yeah, once the sunlight hits, you'll be able to see all of the defects. But after polishing, you won't be able to see any. We finished about 80% of the car so far, and it's taken quite a few hours to do it properly. After the last 20% is done, we're going to give the whole car an IPA wipe down, and then we will move on to the ceramic stages. So let's get it finished. So I'm prepping the panels, and I like using Car Pro eraser. Any IPA usually does the job, but I like using Car Pro because I think it smells really nice. Probably why. But all this is doing, this is getting rid of all of that polishing residue and polishing oils, and it's prepping the panel to make it completely clean. And that's what we're trying to work for here. There you go. Once the whole car is done, I'll move on to ceramic coating. So, yeah. Makes it completely fresh. So we're back the next morning. We finished polishing, we worked on it throughout the night. And this morning we've wiped it down with IPA. And now we're going to move on to the ceramic stages. So we are going to be using Crystal Serum Light by G-Technic. This is what I use for a 5-year coating. And for the glass, I'm going to use G-Technic EXO. That's a 2-year coating on the glass. You can actually use this for a 2-year top coat on top of the 5 years, or you can use it as a standalone coating. But have a look at this. Even after polishing it, it's gone even more glossy than before. And I don't know what this is going to do, and I'll put this on it, but I think I'm quite excited for it. This is the coating itself. Look at that. So it comes in a liquid form. It's basically an oil, and comes in liquid form. You put it on. Once it bonds, it turns into like a layer of thin glass. And yeah, science, bro. Science, physics, chemistry. Yeah, you take off. The first round I always put a little bit extra, just to get it all primed. Yeah? Now I'm gonna apply. So, you do it in an orderly fashion. You put it straight down. Cross-hatch patterns. Make sure you spread it out evenly. The best thing about this coating is you don't have to wait for a flash time. Flash time is something that tells you that it's ready to be wiped off. This coating is always ready to be wiped off. So I'll put it on now, and I can wipe it straight off. So there's no wasting time here. Look at that, all evenly applied. You see that? And as soon as you're satisfied with the wait time, just begin wiping it off. car, which is this rear quarter. And once that's done, we're going to move on to glass ceramic finally. It's been a long couple of hours, but yeah, we're going to move on to glass ceramic and then we'll move on to the alloy ceramic. So stay tuned for the next ceramic coating coming right up. Moving on to the glass ceramic, we're using obviously XO. I want to show you the bottle for this. It's pretty similar to the Crystal Serum Light, but this XO, look at that. This is what I use for glass. I can also use this for paint. So when you want a 2-year ceramic coating, I usually use this. Sometimes I use a different brand. And by the way, I'm not being sponsored by these brands to make these videos and stuff. I've got nothing to do with these brands. I am Motor Perfection Detailing. I am my own independent company. But yeah, this is what we're going to be using for glass. And I'm going to start applying it now. Okay. I know I'm short, so allow me for once. Shit. So again, crosshatch pattern. You just do up, down, up, down. Cover the windscreen surface evenly. This should last you 2 years if you put it on correctly. Hydrophobic, protects the glass, all sorts. And just make sure you slightly overlap the other side. Just a tiny bit. Because what that does is, that allows it to fuse with the other side and it becomes one sheet of coating. My back is killing, man. Looks like I ain't gonna see my bed for the next few hours, few days maybe. It's not easy doing this. It makes the glass a bit more shiny, if you get what I mean. Because a lot of people complain about streaks on their windshield or on their glass on the side, smudges. This actually helps with it a lot. And you know what, to be fair, there's a new product that I found online which I want to test out. It helps with when it gets steamy condensation on the inside. You apply this product and you don't have that issue of condensation anymore. So I will experiment and see who wants to pay for that. Because if you're trying to be a cheapskate, you're going to get blocked. I don't deal with cheapskates anymore. This is going on the alloy wheels. I like that. It's a nice little bottle. But to work on the alloy wheels, it's a headache, it's a nightmare. Look. Yeah, it's almost up as well, man. It's nearly finished. Some of it spilled. Oh, it's cool. Got some spares. Don't forget all the spokes. All the inner bits everywhere. And that's just one proper spoke done. Coatings are on. I'm gonna put on a heat lamp just to speed up the cure time and help it cure better. I am gonna leave them on around the car. I'm just gonna move it around and, you know, just place it in different spots just so the temperature sort of goes up. These levers are fairly fresh, but again, we need to get rid of the surface dirt. And what I like using on leather, especially BMW leather, is your scrub heads. And I usually use them. So I've got a leather cleaner here. And all it is, I'm gonna just put some on there. I'm just gonna scrub the whole seat to see what I can get out. See what you can get off. But again, this is cream leathers, so you've got to be so careful. Very, very, very careful, extremely careful. At least there's some sort of surface dirt coming off. And then just give it a wipe down. Because we are gonna coat them, so we need to get as much dirt as we can off the surface. We're gonna do a 50-50 just to show the viewers. Oh my God. Just to show the viewers what we can get out and what we can't get out. Now, I know a lot of people would probably think this car's fairly fresh, you don't really need to do much, but I'm going to show you exactly what you do need to do. All right, so let's put that on. Don't like how this bottle sprays though, man.
It doesn't spray like
Yeah, I want it to spray proper, but just a light, you know, scrub down. Don't want to damage nothing. Just want to do a quick 50-50. Maybe there'll be a difference that you'll see. I don't know if you can see it. If you can see it on the camera, that side's dirty, that side's clean. This car is, yes, it is fairly fresh, but again, I just want to show you how dirty it could still be even though it's fresh. I've obviously removed the dirt from the left side. I'm gonna do that with all the seats and then coat the seats and get the leathers back to fresh. Scrub down all the leather seats and we've restored them back to how it should have been when it come out of factory. Now we're applying the ceramic coating. So here we're using Leather Shield by Gion, and I really like this coating. There's a few coatings that I use usually. There's Car Pro, there's G-Technic as well, but I'm going to use this one today. Steering wheel's been done, back to factory. Look how matte that is, it's like brand new. It's really nice. A lot of people appreciate the steering wheel being done. Customers appreciate the leather steering wheel restoration. That is literally back to factory, so a lot of people do like that touch. But again, working with leather steering wheel is very, very difficult because sometimes you might wear it out too much. It might not come back to how it should be, so you got to be very, very careful. But anyways, let's apply the ceramic. Here you go. Bismillah. You apply nicely. You just literally the same thing, cross-hatch pattern. You'll see it flash anyway. Look at that, there's plenty on there. There's plenty, it's shining. When it's shining, you know there's plenty on there. Boom. There you go. You wait about 30 seconds usually, and because it's pretty warm in here because I put on the heat lamps, we should be able to get that out in about 20 seconds. Continue. We always start from the top, never the bottom. We just continue onwards. But there's plenty on there. Let that soak in. There's plenty on there. Let that soak in. This ceramic coating is actually so easy to work with. The other ones are, you know, the shine goes on there, and sometimes you have to really scrub it and put your elbow into it for you to remove it. But this one wipe and it's all off. But not all of it's off. Some of it's obviously soaked in, cured onto the leather itself. There you go. And now it's just the seating left. You know, I've enjoyed doing this car so much, and I know the customer's already loving it. He's actually swung by. Obviously, you saw it earlier. He came by, enjoyed his car to himself, watched TV at the back. That's what I call luxury. But it's not the level I'm trying to get to though. Look at that, quickly it's curing on, and it's making the leather itself pretty soft. Thank you guys for watching. Obviously, I hope you guys enjoyed it. We finally finished the BMW X5. Shout out to RDB UK for obviously letting us use their premises. Shout out to Smoky Lenses for taking this video. Shout out to everyone that supported me on my journey, because I know you guys have been asking for a vlog, and here it is.